Welcome to Wearable Hydration Wednesday. Today I'm introducing you to Charlotte's latest invention, Hydration Hoodie. This is part 2.
Okay, so then I want to show you guys my second design. So this is what happened for my second design. I said, okay, I used a already made hoodie, right, that I got from Goodwill and did some, changes on it. But I was like, what if I took a blank hoodie? I went to, I think it's McCreary's here in, I might not have gone to McCreary's, actually. I might have gone to Joann's, Michael's, or Hobby Lobby and just bought a blank. Because I said, okay, because I needed to understand, like, first and foremost, how hoodies are made, and then how would I integrate. I was thinking about pattern making, right? You'll see on the last design where I actually start to use an actual pattern and then I hack it to make it work for me. So again, like using kind of a pre-made hoodie forced me to have to sew on the little pouch on the back. Honestly, it's not bad looking. I don't know why I always feel like it. I don't know. I think because when I had sewn this together, I was so raggedy and didn't know how to sew. I always get a little nervous about it. But the reality is, it does look kind of cute. I can see now more so the color difference. But also just really for me, I wanted just to see what it would look like with the pouch on the back. And I've seen so many, and I went to Pinterest and I said, oh, this is an old idea. People have been doing this for a while. But my thing is, like, I'm putting a pouch on the back and it's actually going to have a purpose. And so again, I just, I use my little grommet, which again, I don't know, and just a pouch back here, and then it has a little, Velcro to hold the water bladder. And so for this next iteration, I said to myself, okay, what do we do with the water hose? And so what I ended up doing was at the top here, I add a little bit of webbing. It's like an elastic webbing at the top of both shoulders. And for me, it gave it more of what I call a militaristic look. I said what I would do is maybe use some type of webbing or elastic that had a more militaristic design, or and then I put one right here in the middle because I just didn't want to I wanted design elements on the hoodie that felt like they were pre-thought out in a way to say that when you're not using it for hydration, it still look good. You still look fresh. So I am thinking about, like, for me, I like this front little area here, but I probably will do something, probably put my logo there. I don't know, I just would make it more interesting. These could be points of where there's a pop of color, print, something, I can figure it out. And then what I love the most about this front is my little pocket. I love this pocket thing. So, half of it is like to put your hands in there. And then right on top of it is 2 layers of fabric, y'all. And then on the top here, I created, I didn't know how to sew zippers very well, so that is not done very well. Anyways, those were back in the day, honey. I probably should just go fix this. Anyways, and so then I had a zip section so you could, like, put your phone, your keys, really important stuff that you don't want. Make sure it doesn't, get lost. And then you'd have this little zipper section. And then I put conscious gear. I was like, okay, I see you, Charlotte, trying to create something interesting. And so I really love this front pocket, this dual front pocket with my logo on it. It made the front look fresh and funky. And I felt like, again, with that top, the little elastic things here, and then the ones on the top of your shoulders, those are good design elements that would make the hydration hoodie look good, look well designed. I have a lot of different ideas about design. I always want things to feel like, wow, somebody really put a lot of thought into this. And also I just want it to look easy. Like, I don't want you to be like, why she do that? When you look at something that looks good, that's well designed, it just flows past your eye and you're just like, yeah, okay, that's dope. So I just wanted to do that. And so using a blank allowed me to experiment with the pocket section and allowed me to try to figure out little attachment points for the water hose. So let me show you how it would work real quick. All right, I'm not gonna do the whole water bladder in here, but I'm just gonna show you a little bit about what I was thinking. So here it is, you know, the water hose comes out of here, and then it comes around here on the shoulder, and then it goes through here. And then for me, I just felt like, because I didn't have anywhere else to really figure out where to put the stuff at, and then it just goes around the front, and then it can come back on the other side. So it gives you this ability to have the water hose, right? But it's not in your way. And it looks good. Like, it will still look good. My thing was like, I wanted to look, I wanted the hoodie to look good with the water hose, and I wanted the hoodie to look good without the water hose. So, you gotta think about those things when you're trying to design. Okay, so moving on. Now I'm going to share with you another iteration, kind of the last iteration that I worked on really fully. It's the red one. I'll show you guys a picture of it. It's the red one. And so when I decided to create this one, the reason why I chose this kind of particular design is because it had princess seams. Okay, I can't seem to, oh, here we go. Has princess seams along the sides here. And the reason why I did that is because I felt like I had more opportunity to do color blocking, maybe put some patterns with this, that I wouldn't be beholden to or blocked into doing a solid color hoodie, because I knew I'm probably never going to do that. But for these trial test hoodies, that's what I did. This one actually I had made. I gave the woman the pattern, told her what to do, and she made it for me. She made it a little bit too small, so what ended up happening was I had to add like some stuff on the sides so it could fit me. Because I think the pattern that I had wasn't quite big enough. Anyways, so I started with this. And so I want to just show you guys a couple of different things. On the front here, I'm gonna take this water hose out so I can show you. I made some design choices. First and foremost, I had to think to myself, I want, as I was saying before, like, how do we deal with the water hose, right? And deal with it in a way that doesn't feel like I'm just adding stuff to a design for a water hose, but adding something to design that makes it look like it was part of the design aesthetic. So I did these little hoops here, which I totally love. It's got a little pop of white. These could have been black. I didn't have any black at the time, so I used white. And so for me, it was like, okay, it's subtle. It was a good way to hold the water hose out of the way. But then if you're not using the water bladder or you're not using it as a hydration hoodie, then it still looks good. So that was important to me. Okay, so when we get to the back here, I can show you a lot of what's going on. So basically what I did, again, because it was a princess seam, really gave me opportunity to focus on creating the pocket like right here. You know what I mean? I didn't have to, I didn't have to deal with the entire back of the hydration. Well, I didn't have to deal with the entire back of the hoodie. And so I could focus like on how do I craft a pocket area. Something just dropped. Anyways, here. Okay, I think I'm good. Anyways, okay, because I kept scooting back. Anyways, okay, so, and you'll see why that's important in a minute. So again, I put the little hoop things for your water hose to go through. It's just a place for them to be held. So, you know, your water hose not flopping around. And again, I wanted to design it in such a way that it felt like a design aesthetic, that I wasn't just, you know, putting some hoops on, but there's hoops on the front and then there's hoops, you know, on the back. So it looked consistent. All right. So, and I decided to go with a zippered pocket. As you noticed in the other ones, I didn't zipper down the pocket, but this time I felt like let's zipper down the pocket. Because then it looked more like just a zippered pouch on a hoodie as opposed to looking like a hydration per se hoodie. And then again, what I did with this is I did two sections. There's the front section where you can put all your stuff. And then there's a back section that holds the water bladder as always, right? Okay. And so, yeah, I'm gonna detach this water hose so I can fiddle around with this a little bit more And then the water hose come through, again, the grommet. I use the grommet again. I probably will not use grommets on my final design. And the reason why is because I'm afraid, like, after you wash this a couple of times, it's gonna get tattered, torn, look messy, you know, just, I don't know, just, I'm worried about that. So what I'm gonna do is kind of integrate some type of spacing where the water hose can come through, kind of like I do on my hydration vest, where there's just like an extra layer and then the water hose come through. You can't even see it. It's like seamless. Okay, so I got this here. I want to show you on the inside because that's what's important as well. So what I did on the inside, and this is what gives you really a clue as to why doing the princess seams was a good choice, because it really just allowed me to focus on figuring everything out right here. So right here we have this white mesh, and this is really designed for moisture wicking. It's designed for just cushion. It's designed to protect you from the water bladder because you wouldn't want that on your back. And so it really is a great fabric. However, I will not do that. What I've decided to do is to either, I'm thinking what I might do is, instead of having this mesh right on the outside here, maybe use what I call a perforated neoprene, because it's going to do the same things, and it can be more in line with the color scheme. I'm going to have more options in terms of color choice if I use like a neoprene, a perforated neoprene, than using this mesh, which, you know, I probably can get in a lot of different colors, but it won't probably always simultaneously sync up with whatever I decide to do on the hoodie fabric. So I just don't want to deal with that. And so what that allowed me to do, so what I ended up doing was I had this on the back, and I'll show you from the front. I just wanted to show you from the inside. Also, I want it to be a single color on the inside. I don't know, I wanted consistency. We'll see, I don't know, we'll see how it goes. Again, what I like about it is that it just allows me to create, it was like a bi-layer pocket, right? So the front layer is the outside where you put all your stuff, but then the inside, there's this little kind of, this divides the front from the back. And the back is where the water hose is. I also made sure to use ripstop fabric, lightweight, waterproof, sturdy on the back as well as the front. So it keeps, you know, you won't experience any kind of water stains or water seeping through onto the more knit fabric of your hydration hoodie. So this is what I tried out. I kind of like it. I love the look of it. I don't really love this grommet anymore. I used to love it, but now I don't. I mean, I don't know. If I could find some type of, maybe a silicone grommet material, something that I know is gonna last, something that I know it's just not, I'm not gonna have to worry about customers coming to me all the time talking about this broke and this didn't work and blah, blah, blah. So that's what I did. So this is the final version that I worked on after, you know, kind of tweaking and learning from the other two designs. I think there definitely is probably like 2 additional designs also before even these. But these are kind of my more refined ones. The other ones are probably horrible because I didn't really even know how to sew, and I was like just trying anything. But I love this one. I think it's great. I think for me, what I continue to struggle with is the physics of when the water bladder goes into the pouch, making sure that it's not too heavy. Meaning that like when the water bladder goes into the pouch, that it doesn't pull the hoodie backwards. For the most part right now, I have it so that you could fill up a 2-liter water bladder. 2-liter water bladder. And I have now I'm working on another iteration of this. I have figured out what I call reinforcement points that work perfectly to hold the weight in such a way that it doesn't move the rest of the fabric. So I'm super excited about that because that really is the pain point as it relates to trying to create something like this. So Yeah, so I'm excited. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you would wear a hydration hoodie. I just feel like, look guys, we all need to be hydrating like on a regular basis. We all are carrying around a lot of these water bottles all the time. We're losing them, we get frustrated with them. And I'm thinking to myself, what about wearable hydration? What if we wore our hydration so that we wouldn't have to carry it? We wear it, it's convenient, it's hands-free, it's easy, so tell me what you think about my idea. I've been working on this for about 4 years. So I've been at this for a hot minute, but I'm super excited, and I love the thought of being able to introduce people to wearable hydration. So take good care of yourselves, and as always, hydrate, and I'll see you in the outdoors. Peace and love, family.
Today's sponsor is Conscious Gear, innovators of VestaPak, the world's first hydration vest specifically designed for taller, curvier, more muscular, and bigger bodies. Now everyone can hydrate comfortably and effectively during endurance activities. The vest-style design fits diverse body types, weighs less than typical packs, and feels as comfortable as your favorite fitted sports shirt, all while allowing unrestricted movement. Experience the difference when your hydration gear is truly made for your body. Are you ready to elevate your fitness experience? Buy your VestaPak now at consciousgear.com and find out if you wear size, earth, wind, or fire. At Conscious Gear, we're committed to empowering bigger bodies to thrive as endurance athletes, because every body is an athlete's body.